okay?
Okay.
In 1982, my mother left the country of El Salvador, a war-torn country ravaged by civil war, to move to Utah, to here where we are. When she got here, she met a white guy, my father, and they fell in love. And it's funny because at the time, my mother only spoke Spanish, and my father only spoke English. But they did share one language, and that was the language of love. Right? And that's why we're here today. And so in 1983, they were married. And that was made possible because 16 years before they got married, the United States Supreme Court said that interracial couples could get married. That it didn't matter what your color of your skin was, a white man can marry a Latina woman, a feisty Latina woman, I might add, and create a family. And 30 years later, I'm struggling for that same fight, to marry someone that I love. Now, I don't have that person. If you're a hot man, please meet me after this. But that struggle goes on today. That joke was really off the cuff. You know what I'm thinking of right now. So when I talked to my mother today, I said, Mom, did you ever think of yourself as being in an interracial marriage? And in her thick El Salvadorian accent, she said, No, I am normal. My mother is not in an interracial marriage. She's not in a heterosexual marriage. She is in a marriage with a man that she loves. And that's it. That's it. Now I didn't write this, Valerie gives me too much credit, I didn't write this, but this, I highly recommend you read it, because what it says is that gay and lesbian, bisexual, and transgender Americans, Utahns, are normal. And we are normal, and we deserve the exact same rights that everyone else gets. Everyone else. When they wrote this, it's sending a message to Washington, and it's saying, we have a system of discrimination here in Utah that you need to help us fix, and you can do that with the Prop 8 and DOMA cases. This brief talks about the system of discrimination that we have here. That includes, we have Amendment 3, meaning that two people here who love each other can't get married legally in Utah. It means that the parents of a child, if they are same-sex, do not have the same rights and privileges as their neighbors. No child should suffer because of the sexual orientation of their parents. That's what we're telling the Supreme Court. We're telling the Supreme Court that in our educational system, gay and lesbian teenagers are treated differently. Did you know in high schools here, you cannot talk about being gay because that would advocate homosexuality. They probably wouldn't be able to read this brief that I'm holding because it advocates homosexuality. In our schools, did you know it is easier to form a corporation, a business entity, than form a gay-straight student alliance? That's what we're telling the Supreme Court. But the most important for me is we are telling the Supreme Court that we are so normal that no child should be bullied in a school for any reason, and especially for being gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. But I hope we all realize that the bullying doesn't start and stop at the edges of the playground. It continues into adulthood because we perceive being gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender as the other, as not normal. I have a cousin. His name is Quinn. He's 12 years old, a redhead, and one of my most favorite people in the world. And he is like every other 12-year-old boy. He likes playing with his friends. He likes magic. He likes Harry Potter. But my redheaded little cousin likes to crochet. Right? We have a crocheter. He loves to play the flute. And he loves to do things that stereotypically boys don't like to do. And he enters school, and has entered school, with kids calling him gay, with kids calling him a faggot. And it makes me sad, and it should make all of you sad, because this is our community, and we are better than this. One day when Quinn was in school, he walked into a gym class, and the teacher told the kids it was free exercise. They could do whatever they wanted. Most of the boys went to one corner, and they picked up basketballs and footballs to play. Quinn went the other way and went to a jump rope and picked it up. The teacher, making sure everyone else could hear, said, "Quinn, don't pick up that. That's for girls." What she just did was make him feel not normal. She made him feel like an outcast. And that's unacceptable. And that's what we're telling the Supreme Court, that we are normal. And these kind of things have to stop happening. To Quinn's credit, he picked up that jump rope and said, "I don't care," and he started jumping rope. And I wish he was here to hear you all scream for him like that. This idea that we are not normal is what we are taking to the Supreme Court. Because Quinn thinks he's normal. The Constitution says that we hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men are created equal. That we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. For me, pursuit of happiness means standing someday at an altar with a man I love standing in front of me and saying, "I do." Because two men who want to get married is normal. Right? A little girl with two lesbian parents should feel normal. And my cousin Quinn, it should be normal for Utah schools to protect him from gay bullying. That's normal. That should be the norm. And right now it's not. So, Martin Luther King once said that the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. The way we get justice is by doing what we have been doing since Stonewall. By coming out, by telling our family, our friends, our coworkers that we are gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender. Because that's the way we move ahead. That's how we're going to get the 9 justices to change their, to vote our way. By telling them the stories, your stories, our stories. And if we can do that, that arc of the moral universe, I hope, will look like a rainbow. Thank you.